My name is Renison Jeffrey, and this is the Workers' Rights Platform. Today being the 27th of January 2024, Phillip Alexander is continuing his onslaught against Gary Griffith. What he's saying basically is that Gary Griffith is a hypocrite because he was the commissioner of police, and his talks on crime these now in this present time is only hypocritical. Now, we are going into this complex video in which Phillip Alexander would have broken down this complex situation. And we are asking the member of the public, do you agree or do you not agree? Because if you was in a position where you was able to do something, why at this point in time? Why wouldn't you have done it when it was there? Why now? And if that is the case, we are calling on Gary Griffith. We would have tried to reach out to Gary Griffith several times as to ascertain a statement or a comment from him as to his idea of what he hoping to achieve with these crime talks. Up till today, these calls have not went unanswered, a matter of fact. So we are going straight into the video from Phillip Alexander, and we are going to come back. Anybody that see this broadcast and decide to reach out to Gary Griffith on our behalf, feel free. But we are willing to sit down with Gary Griffith and have a conversation with him in person as to enter the mind of Gary Griffith as to what he see or what he hoped to achieve from these crime discussion, and could he really solve the crime solution in Trinidad and Tobago. Now, we would have heard Johnny Abraham the same way the Prime Minister answered Johnny Abraham. We see in this tit for tat, is all your fault, is your fault, is tit. Could Johnny Abraham solve crime in Trinidad and Tobago? And that is the question. Does these guys have what it takes? Or are they just flaunting because that they are looking for position? My name is Renison Jeffrey. This is the Workers' Rights Platform. We are just asking the question. So Gary, you hearing this? Reach out to us. Let we have this discussion ASAP, because I want to hear. And if there's a coward, you could just stay away. But we are not cowards here. We are continuing to do what we are doing. We want to see you, we want to talk to you, we want to sit down and have a discussion with you. My name is Renison Jeffrey. This is the Workers' Rights Platform. Like, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned to the video. Hey, or you subscribe, carry up the subscription, view it, make or a comment. We will respond to you. All the comments. Trust what I tell you, we will respond to all the comments. Again, don't forget to forward this to a friend. Because right about our channel are shadow banned. So when you like and it's not consistent with the views, we got evidence now to take it to them. But for now, we can't say how we get the evidence. Yeah, but don't forget to subscribe.
I'll tell you why I'm sticking on this Griffith boy like this. You see, he was a former Minister of National Security and he was a former Commissioner of Police. When a commissioner of police says that the opposition leader, he named people. He said Munilal and senior members of the UNC. He said Kamla to the JSC, to the Joint Select Committee of Parliament. That is the highest court in the land. When you could tell the highest court in the land that the opposition is trying to destabilize the country using the gangs that he now calling terrorists, he doesn't get to walk that back. He has to explain. He has to tell people if he was lying. And if he was lying when he said that, then you cannot trust a man who under oath, who holds a high office in the country, would lie to the Joint Select Committee of Parliament. Understand what I am saying? When Keith Rowley appointed Gary as commissioner, I am the only person who asked, did Rowley retract the allegation, not even the allegation, the accusation that he made inside the parliament where he said Griffith and Kamla and Munilal and others, Suraj Rambachan and others, conspired to to do all manner of things as email gate, but one of the things was to murder Denise Wren. You accuse all these people under parliamentary privilege of conspiring to murder a journalist over Section 34. And you never took it back. And you, Keith Rowley, appointed one of the accused as Commissioner of Police. And you know what Gary Griffith said to me? And I have all of the, he caused me stink. Modilal Pena, you're in bed with the UNC, you're trying to block me, you want to block me, you never support me. All this bullshit I had to take for asking of two high officers in the land, the Prime Minister, who appointed a Commissioner of Police, and I asked then, did he retract? So Griffith ran as Commissioner, and he and Rowley followed. Now over the course of his commissioner years, Stephen Rees had to go and film a big wedding that Stephen called a Syrian wedding in Sinclair. That was okay according to that Commissioner of Police. But when people had a party in a house in Chancellor Hill, they went and locked everybody up because of COVID. And what was the difference? He couldn't say. And when they went and locked up these little children from Cocorite outside Bayside Towers for going by the sea, they could have justified that, but they couldn't explain why a week later Bayside Towers had a fete by the pool, and the same police that went and make these little children crawl on their belly couldn't go in Bayside, and it didn't make sense to nobody. Ask Gary about all of these inconsistencies. Nowhere in the world you would ever have a Commissioner of Police be appointed while he is accused of being a co-conspirator to murder and have the authority to close the case on himself and crack a joke and say, I could get back my phone now. Go and ask Gary Griffith about Anand Ram Logan. Put Gary Griffith and Anand Ram Logan in the same room, because Anand Ram Logan cannot be Kamala's Attorney General. Ask Gary and Anand. Put Gary and Anil Roberts. I want to see the two of them hug up. I want to see the length, the depth of the hypocrisy, because Life Sport, Hoop of Life, and Color Me Orange was gang funding. Remember that? And especially Life Sport. Gary went for him, pulled him down, get Anil fired. Anil ended up in the backbench. Oh, you remember that? Because Life Sport was funding criminals and gangs. Remember that? Put the two of them, Anil, Douglas Politics, and Gary in the same room. I want to see that. Because if the two of them could hug up, that means Gary is a liar for hire. And that is a dangerous man. Dangerous, dangerous man. But you see, when you're a Minister of National Security or you're a Commissioner of Police, it's a different thing. I had to share two pictures side by side. Monilal and Griffith having a press conference Sunday morning saying that Rowley's $100 million going to the gangs. And side by side with it, have a picture of Monilal and other members of the UNC with Griffith saying Monilal funding the gangs. So which is it, Gary? Which is the truth? Or are you just lying for whatever suits your agenda? For whatever suits your agenda? For whatever suits your agenda? So which is it, Gary?